Scrapbooking 101. My name is Pam Morin. I am a Creative Memories Advisor, and this is our second year for Scrapbooking 101. And I'm really excited about getting started on a new project with you guys. I have that project here ready to go, so let's do a little bit of a recap on what we're going to be doing this year, what we're going to be making together this year. So last year we talked about how to get started scrapbooking and all the things involved with that. So if you missed those sessions, head on over to my YouTube channel, Pam's Scrapbooks, and you can watch those and learn about everything from how to set up your scrapbooking space, how to organize your stuff, how to decide on what you're going to scrap first, what your album you're going to use, all of that stuff. Head on over and you can catch up with all of those videos over on my YouTube channel. And then toward the end of last year, after we had talked about how to do all of the beginning steps, then we got into making pages together. So you kind of get the full progression in all of those videos from last year. And then, so this year, where we want to pick up from is where we kind of left off. How do we put all of that together and make an album? So this year we're going to make an album together, which is great. This is another way for us to get a project done, and we can do it together. So that will be a fun time, and we are going to meet once a month, and we will work on either a 2-page layout or a 1-page layout together, because I have a challenge that I have put out on my Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group, Facebook group. So if you're not a member of that, head on over there to join. If you're not on Facebook, no worries. I have it out on Instagram, or I can send you the information via email. So just send me an email to pammorin@outlook.com and let me know that you want to participate in the challenge for this year. And let me explain what that challenge is. So we are going to, here, let me show you this. So the challenge is, and I apologize, I know this is a lot of words, but this is the post that I had out on Facebook. So it explains all of the rules and what the monthly challenges are. And so we're going to kind of incorporate those monthly challenges into our Scrapbooking 101 to help us get our album done. So you can see right here toward the top, about a quarter of a way down here, it says here are the 4 monthly challenges. So there's 4 things to do every month to help you get an album done in 2024. And the first thing is to track the number of pages you complete. So let's see how many pages we can get done in 2024. And I have the tracker right out here for you. But again, if you need me to email this to you, just send me an email at this. It's in the bottom corner of your screen, pammorin@outlook.com. That is my email address. I will send you this tracker form. And basically, it has every month listed, and you write down how many pages you completed on each day in that month and color that slot in as soon as you've written down the number of pages in that little slot. So every day has its own little section. 1, 2, 3, 4 is in the J right here. So January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th is in the J, and so forth throughout the month. And then you can color it in and see how many you have done. So that is the first of the 4 monthly challenges. The second challenge is to make a 2-page layout. Any design, any paper, use up your stash and get that in this album that we are making together. The third challenge, monthly challenge, is to make 3 cards or a one-page layout. So if you make that one-page layout, put it in this album that we're making together, right? And then the fourth challenge of the month is to make 2 borders. And you can use those 2 borders on the 2-page layout that you made or the 1-page layout that you made, and put that in your book, your album that we are making together. So my challenge is meant to help you get your pages done. And while you're doing the challenges, once you've finished all 4 of those challenges in a month, then you just take a picture of everything you completed, the tracker that you've colored in with your number of pages you completed, the 2-page layout, the 1-page layout, and the borders. Just take one picture and post that out in my Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group. And I want you to use the hashtag Team Pam. And that you can see that now in the bottom corner of your screen. Post that out to Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, send me an email and I will mark you as completed for that month's challenge. Okay, so my challenge is meant to help you get your pages, your albums done in 2024. Like I said, it's a monthly challenge, and then every month somebody will win a prize for posting that they've completed all the challenges for that month. I will draw a name every month from all the people that have completed the challenge, and you could be the winner of a fun prize. So plus you're getting your pages done. So just a fun way to get our pages done and possibly win a prize and just have some fun while we're scrapbooking together, right? So that is my challenge for you. So first thing you need to do is join my Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group. Okay, let me just put that up here real quick. So these are all of my social channels, but the one that you need to join is the second one here that says Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group. That is the group that is doing this challenge. Plus, I also do some virtual crops in that group, so exclusive to those members. So join that group for the challenge and for some fun virtual crops this year. All right. So I wanted to kind of bring Scrapbooking 101 into the fold here, into the loop of this challenge that I have going on this year. And I hope you guys will have a fun time with the challenge. That's what it's meant to be, is fun and to, help us get our scrapbooking completed, help us get those pictures off of our phone and into an album. All right. So join me in making your album. Now, if you haven't decided on an album for this year, that's fine. Don't worry. Don't feel stressed. You're not, falling behind or anything. Just put that on your list of to-do items to decide on what album you're going to make together in Scrapbooking 101. And then you can grab that album when the next class and make a page along with me. So let's talk about that. The next class, I'm doing this Scrapbooking 101 the third Monday of every month. So the next one will be February the 19th. So put that in your calendars. It's the third Monday of every month. And the next one is February 19th. So just try and have your scrapbook that you want to make together all ready to go for next month. All right, so I jumped over there. Oh, here we are. There we go. Okay, so let's get started. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm just going to say hi real quick to those of you who have joined. Hello, Christina. It's good to see you. And I apologize, I got a late start today. Thanks for your patience in me hopping on here. I appreciate you guys joining. Hello, Gail. Hello, Deborah. Oh, Deborah's watching from work. Fun. I would rather be watching scrapbooking at work than anything else at work. So thank you for watching from work. And hey, Janice, good to see you. All right, well, let's get started here. Let me highlight my table and let's talk about what I'm going to be doing. I don't remember if in any of our videos from last year, any of our Scrapbooking 101, if I brought this album out. Maybe I did, to show you guys Fast to Fabulous, but I can't remember if it was during Scrapbooking 101. So this may be something that you've seen before. This album may be something that you've seen before. But this is my granddaughter's album. I has started doing an album for every year for my grandkids, and this is Penelope's album. This is her age 1. I don't know that I'm going to continue with that because it's a lot of pictures that I don't necessarily have of my grandkids, right? Because I'm not with them daily. So I may scale that back a bit so that it's not a yearly album that they have, but one album that spans several years. I like the idea of doing an album, like 1 2-page spread or 2 2-page spreads for every year. And, that's it. I think that's a great idea. Because otherwise they're going to end up with so many albums, and that's a lot of albums to travel with you through life, going off to college and getting married and getting a house or getting an apartment after college, and just all of that kind of stuff. That's a lot of albums to be toting around with you. So I'm thinking I'm going to scale it back and just do one album that spans several years. But this is the album that I have for Penelope for age 1. And it is a Fast to Fab. I do like to do my grandkids' albums in the Fast to Fab format because it's fast, because the pages are pre-designed. And it used. Oh no. Sorry, I think I've lost you. Can you guys still hear me? I reorganized my layout here, and I haven't quite got it mastered yet of where everything goes. Can you guys still hear me? If somebody can just, okay, great. Thanks, Donna. I just knocked everything off my table. So thanks, Christina. All right. So Fast to Fab are pre-designed pages. So let me just start though with Creative Memories albums. So our albums are post-bound albums. They have these straps that hold your pages in, and the pages, there's several different varieties that you can use in these albums, and one of them is refill pages. So that's what you see here is, let me just go to a blank page here. This is a refill page. It's got like a protective edge on it called jeeping, and you can lay your pictures directly on this refill page. You don't have to have a 12 by 12 sheet of paper to make your page on and then put them on here. You can lay your pictures right on this refill page. And this is a Fast to Fabulous refill pages. So this is a collection from last year, or maybe even the year before, that I'm using for her album, but they are pre-designed. So they have all these great colors, great borders, just great designs on them. And all I have to do is put my pictures down on them, journal, and I'm done. I don't have to decorate anymore. I don't have to get any more detail on the page than what you see here if I want to. I can do as little or as much as I'd like. So that's what the
style of our album and our pages are. This is a refill page. So for this album, and what I had, my previous idea was that for every year I would start with their birthday as the first pages of the book. So that's what I've done in this album. This is her year album. So these are her birthday pictures here that you see at the beginning. And you can see that I have put pictures on the mats and put them on the page, and then did some decorating, and that was it. Did the journaling, put a date on it, and that's it. I didn't have to do all of this designing. I didn't have to decide what papers to use behind it or anything. I could just, and for this one, I did a border on the side. I could just decorate with as little or as much as I'd like to, but I like that they are pre-designed so that I just have to put my pictures on a mat and put them on the page. And you can see on the left-hand side here, I didn't even put these pictures on a mat. I have so many different ones because this is her opening her presents. So because I had so many pictures of her opening her presents, I decided I didn't want to do mats. I just wanted to do the pictures so that they take up less space on the page. So all I need to do now is my journaling and give this page a title. A lot of times what I like to do is I like to get my pictures ready. So I like to crop my pictures, get them all the size that I want them to be. You know, if I want them to be a circle, or if I just need to crop out, you know, empty space, you know, in the pictures, I like to get my pictures cropped and then get them in the book and then decorate after. So that's what I did here. That's an example of what I did here. I've got all of my pictures on this page, and I just need to give it a title and do probably some journaling, some little strips of journals of what's going on in the pictures, and just add those little bits to it, and then I'll be done with that page. I got a little more decorative here on this side. This is her first trick or treat. So I did put mats behind these pictures. I did a little bit of decorating up in the corners, but this yellow piece here is the pre-designed part of the Fast to Fab page. So I didn't have to lay this down. I just had to mat my pictures and put this little these decorations on it. So just to give you an idea of what is involved with a Fast to Fab, because I know that I hear from ladies that they're not creative, that they don't have time for scrapbooking. So I really think that this Fast to Fab are a great option for those types of scrapbookers, ladies who don't want to spend a lot of time, but they do want their pictures in an album to enjoy. So they just want to be able to put their pictures in, do some journaling, and have that be it. And they're done. They don't have to do a whole lot of decorating and so forth. So Fast to Fab is a great option for that, because you have so many cute options for Fast to Fab pages, and it just makes your album look so great, and you don't have to think about what you're coordinating. So you can see, just sitting here talking about the album, I put 2 pictures in here. This style of refill, Fast to Fabulous refill pages, has the photo mats in it, but there are several types that do not have photo mats in it. And we've gone to a more neutral style of Fast to Fab so that the color palette matches, but not necessarily has all the collection. It's not specific to a collection. It could go with any of our collections, is what I'm trying to say. It will match, all of the collections, because it's a neutral palette on the Fast to Fab pre-designed pages. So go check that out. We've kind of redesigned the Fast to Fab last year. So, all right. So I do have my pictures ready to go, and I'm just going to trim this one because this one has the white borders from when I printed it out, because it's a picture that was taken with my phone. And so I wanted to make sure she was in the picture and not cropped out when the picture was printed at Creative Memories when I ordered the picture print. So I'm just going to trim off those white borders. And I don't have to trim any of this picture. It is good to go. And I'm going to definitely put it over here on this portrait photo mat that's on the page, that's pre-designed on the page. Just zip this back over here so you can see. So this works perfectly. Maybe it needs to be that way because she's wearing a yellow shirt in here. Works perfectly with the two pictures that I'm ready to put in my album. Now, for those of you who are not using Fast2Fab for your albums that we're making together, no worries. You can design your 2-page layout or 1-page layout, whatever you're working on, however you would like. Use what you have in your supply to make your pages. Grab your pictures. I have to get this a little closer here, so I'm making sure I'm getting it on straight. Here we go. So grab your pictures that you want in this album. Then, like I said, what I like to do is I like to crop my pictures. So I will grab my personal trimmer is the one that I like to use to crop my pictures. Let me just turn this here. I need to get over a little bit more. There we go. So, like I said, I pick out my next set of pictures that are going in the album, and I crop them all down. This one I'm going to leave like that because she is standing at the bottom of the cat jungle gym here, and the cat is looking down at her. So I'm good here. I don't want to crop anything else off in this picture because Mr. Cat's up here at the top. And this one, we've got some extra space here. Crop that out. There we go. Just trim that one off. But that's what I like to do first, is just to go through all of my pictures, get them all ready in the size that I want. Take a look at what pages I'm putting them on in my Fast2Fab, just so I'm cutting them the size that I need for my Fast2Fab. And okay, so I have a whole bunch of the same pictures. Make sure this is, it doesn't look like, yeah, it's different. Okay. All right. So it looks like these are all from, oh, sorry. Let me scoot these over. These are all from the same walk out in the backyard. So I don't need all of these. And there's so much space around her and the grass that I think I'll make some of these round to give some variety, right? So I'm going to grab my templates, my round templates from my custom cutting system, and my red blade. The red blade is going to give me the biggest picture because I'm going to be cutting on the inside of the circle. So I'm going to decide which ones I want to use because I don't know that I'm going to need all of these. you get the idea with just, let's say, 4 pictures. So I'm going to grab these 2 first. So I like in this picture, I don't think I'll cut this one in a circle because I want the trees and this, all of this. I like what that adds to the picture. So I'm going to cut this one square, but I'm going to cut some of the grass out of this. We don't need all of that. So there we go. Because when you cut it down, it really gives focus to your subject in your picture, versus having, let me get another one that's similar to that, versus having all of this grass and, you know, you kind of get lost of what is the focus of this picture. So trimming them down can bring that focus in to what the picture is all about. So let's see, this is the next one that I wanted to use in here. So I'm going to use my biggest circle. I like this picture, and I'm not too worried about what is in the very background there. I want to just focus on her. So I'm going to use my red blade, because like I said, the red blade is going to give me the biggest picture here because it has the smallest width between the 2 knobs and the blade. So the 2 knobs go down into the track, and it's going to cut my picture as wide as I can. So there we go. We've got that one. And then I want to do this one. Because I'm thinking that this title would be something about exploring the backyard. Okay. And there's that one. And I think we were looking for flowers. She's got a cute little look on her face here. I'm going to cut this one square again because I do like the background. I want to leave the background in there. I like what this adds to the picture. All right, so we have 4 cut now, and I'm going to include this one as well. And I'm not going to cut this one at all because she is up in the swing set area, and so I want this all in the picture. I don't want to chop any of this off. I guess I could trim a little bit of it off though. How about, there we go. We'll do that. We'll do just that much off the edge. Trimming your pictures just gives you a variety of shapes then on your page. It allows you to get more pictures on your page because they're smaller, right? You can fit more in. And it gives you focus on, you know, what the theme of the pictures are all about. Okay. So now let me bring my scrapbook back over here. Okay, so these that we trimmed just a minute ago need to go in first. They happened before the pictures we just cut in the backyard. So you notice that on the page now that I'm ready to put these on, I just have 2 long mats in landscape, and my pictures are all in portrait. So no problem. I'm just going to arrange them so that you can see a little bit of those mats underneath, something to that effect, right? And then I can use this little square up here. We'll put a little journaling box. I apologize. My album's out of the frame. There we go. So let me do that again. So you can see that I have 2 landscape mats in this pre-designed page, but no worries because I can just cover that up, still get the benefit of these pretty colors in my page, but I can cover it up and use the mats to go along with my pictures. Something like that. And I still can see those yellows and greens, but it does not keep me from laying my pictures down the way that I want. And like I said, most of the Fast to Fab now do not have the mats in them. This is an older version. Okay, I'm going to grab a pen so I can write some dates down here. So just want to get something that coordinates with these colors. So I've got an orange color, a pink, a purple. I think I'll do the pink. I just didn't want to lay this down and not write the date down. So January 20, 2020. Okay, so there we go. Just lining that up, getting that on straight. And then I'm just going to make my date over on the side of the picture, real small. 1, 20, 20. Just like that. You can still read it. It's got some color, so it matches other colors in the page, but it doesn't have to be big and the date doesn't have to be big and bold. It can be real small. And then this one's the 25th. Just so she knows when she's looking at this 20 years from now what the date was. And I cut that one off, so I don't know what the date is. That's okay. I have it in my computer, so I have a program that I use so I can look up the date later for that one. All right, and then let's put some journaling over here. I love our 12 by 12 journaling paper. I can cut it down to the size that I need. Looks like I have a little square right here that I can use. Oh. I can just fit it in there, and I'm just going to use my hands to get the size that I need. Not going to use a ruler or anything, just use my hands to measure out what I need. And then we'll get this over here. And that's why they call these Fast to Fab, because they are a very quick album. To get your pictures in, to get them dated, and to get some journaling in. I can be done with this page and leave it just like this. It's got some decorative pictures already in it. It's got my pictures here. I've got my journaling. I've got my dates. I am good to go. And then for this side, I can do some little strips of paper underneath, some little journaling strips. Like I have this little piece left here. We can say what was going on here. And And same up here, I can use a little journaling strip up here in the picture, or I could put it on the outside, whatever you prefer. And you can be done. Or if you want to decorate more, you definitely can add stickers or borders or die cuts, whatever you want to the page to embellish even more. So there we go. All right, now let's do one more together. This is the next 2 pages. And remember, we cropped out these 4 pictures or 5 pictures here, which are going to lay out really nice on this page. And then what I'll do is I will cut a title, maybe with my Cricut, talking about getting our exercise or our daily walk, but see how I can lay these out. And I don't want to put these on mats. I like the way they look on this. I like this background paper, the way that it looks, this background design, I mean. So I'm not going to put these pictures on mats. I'm just going to lay them directly on the page. I'm going to shift it down just a little bit. And then I can do my journaling and my date and my title. And I've got plenty of room for a fun title, maybe down this strip over here. I'm not sure yet which side I'll put the title on, but something to the effect of getting our exercise or a walk in the backyard or something like that. Having fun in the sun. But like I said, I like coming in and just getting my picture in the page, and then maybe if I've cropped a bunch of pictures, get them all in there, and then come back and do my journaling and my decorating. So it makes it really easy. To get your pictures in here and then come back to embellish. Very fast, very easy, and it looks great. Okay. So what albums? I'd love to hear what albums you guys are working on. Have you chosen any albums that you're gonna you've set your goal and said, I'm getting this album done this year? What are your 2024 album goals? I would love for you to share that in the chat. There we go. And I'm going to use the same pink because she's wearing that cute pink sweater, and put the date on here. Anywhere. I just like to tuck it in somewhere, the date. Something like that. This was back during COVID, and Nana was watching the kids because the daycares were closed. So that's what was happening in these pictures. This is during COVID. All right. Hey, Deborah, just want to say hi. Some people have joined, and Donna. Okay, yep. We said hi from Maine. Hello, Donna from Maine. And Donna was saying toddler years, elementary school, middle, high school. Yeah, those are the scrapbooks that you like to do. That's what you put in your grandkids' scrapbook is the toddler years, then elementary school, then middle and high school. That's a great idea. I like that. I think my plan was a little too, well, let's say this. So my oldest granddaughter just turned 13. And so when she was born, my plan was, I'm going to do a scrapbook of her every year, my first grandkid. And then we had second, third, and fourth grandkid. And it just gets to be a lot to do for all 4 grandkids. And like I said, having them having all of those albums of every year of their life. That's a lot of albums. So I like what you're doing, Donna, that you do the toddler years and then elementary school, middle, and high school. That's a great plan. Hey, Marion, glad you joined. Yes, you're going to work on your 2024 album. Your I can't think of the word, not sequential. Your whole album from beginning of the year to the end of the year. That's what you're going to work on, Marion. Great plan. I have one of those as well, and I'm kind of change it up a little bit this year. So you guys stay tuned for that. Donna gave me a thumbs up. And hey, Kelly, thanks for joining from California. And you are going to work on your daughter's wedding and birth of your first granddaughter. Very nice. Plus, try and catch up the last 14 years. I know. We always seem like we're trying to catch up. And I've heard some great ideas from a few scrapbookers that they are this year, they're going to scrapbook 2024 as it's happening. And they'll do previous years, when at the same time and work on those, but their focus is on their 2024 album so that they are scrapbooking it as it happens, which I love that. And we're going to talk more about that in either Scrapbooking 101 or on my Wednesday night Scrap Your Stash. So join me Wednesday nights as well, because we're going to have a project there too. I'm excited to show you guys something that I heard from some other scrapbookers of what they're doing. So I'm going to share that with you probably this Wednesday. If I have the supplies that I need, if my order comes in on time, we will do that this Wednesday. So join me then. But I hope this gets you started thinking about what scrapbook you're going to make together in Scrapbooking 101. I hope this gives you some dedicated time to work on it and some ideas as I'm putting my album together of how you can put your album together. This has just been my method of scrapbooking. It's just kind of how it's evolved for me over the past 20 years of how I scrapbook. So, grab your stuff, and I will see you February 19th, and we will make a couple more pages together. And like I said, do my challenges, those 4 challenges every month, and post your picture out on my Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group using hashtag Team Pam. And then you have a chance to win a prize. I'm giving away monthly prizes. So, can't go wrong with prizes. All right. Well, that's it for me tonight, ladies. Let me just jump back on now. I think some people said a couple things. Yes, you're chronological. That's what I was trying to think. The word, thank you for helping with that word, Kelly. You're chronological scrapper. You are a chronological scrapper, but this year you're going to try and work backwards, keeping 24. Yes. That is what, I don't know if you watch, was it Noreen that had that out there? I don't know if you watch Noreen from Creative Memories. She also goes live every Wednesday, right before I do. She does 5 to 6 Central, and I do 7 to 8 Eastern. So she's right before me. And I think she was talking about that as well. Work on 2024, have that current, and then do your previous years, as along with that. Work on your current album, keep that current, and then when you're done with those pages, if you're going to do it a month at a time, when you're done with January, then work on your previous chronological albums. That's going to be my goal. I like that because then you can remember things and write things down, write the stories down as they're happening during the year, versus trying to remember what the picture was about and what happened, what was funny, and all that stuff. So I think the journaling will be a lot better because it'll be current and fresh in your mind. I love that. I hope you guys will do that along with Kelly and I, because I'm really excited to see how that works. I have never done that. I've always just been working on previous years. So I'm excited to stay current. So keep joining and watching me on my Wednesday night Scrap Your Stash and come back for Scrapbooking 101 in February. And we're going to get a lot of stuff done this year. We're going to get it all done, and we're going to have fun and get some prizes along the way. All right. I see Marion joined. By the way, Penelope is adorable. Oh, thanks, Donna. She really is. And she's 5. She just turned 5 this year. So that just shows you I'm working on year 1 for her. So I'm 4 years behind. So I got to get these pictures in this album so that I can remember what was going on in these pictures. And so hanging out with you guys, Scrapbooking 101 is just going to help me do that. So I am benefiting from this, and Penelope is benefiting from this Scrapbooking 101 as well. So I hope we can all have fun doing this together and get our pictures in our albums this year and see how many. I can't wait to see your tallies at the end of the year. So be sure and keep up with your tracking. Let me just show that again. And if you need this, let's see, I can email it to you if you need this tracker sheet. So you might be able to right click on it in the video, or did I put it in my group? I think I put it out on my Facebook page in the files, and I will make sure it's in the Pam's Creative Scrapbooking group. I will do that right now so that you can go out to the group in the files section and download this and print it. And then you can start coloring it in. And then at the end of the year, we can see how many pages we made together as part of our Scrapbooking 101. So I'm excited, ladies. We're going to get a lot of pages done this year and have some fun doing it. So all right, you guys have a great week. I hope everybody is staying warm because I know it's Arctic weather here in Ohio. So I hope y'all are staying warm and you're all safe. I don't know if you've had a lot of snow or ice, but everybody stays safe and warm. This is the perfect weather to scrapbook because, you know, I don't want to be outside in this cold. So great time to get some pages done. All right, you guys have a great week. And I'll see you Wednesday night for Scrap Your Stash. And I'll see you in a month for the next Scrapbooking 101. Good night.